How are you guys doing? Thank you for sitting down to watch this video about the bioelectric magnetic field that's around your heart, your body, and that's connected to this entire planet. I first want to just say that I love you, and I truly, truly do. I don't care what your background is, what your ethnicity is, what your race is, what your sexual orientation is. I don't care if you're a meat eater or a vegan or a vegetarian or a whale hunter or a dolphin slaughterer or a pig farmer. I don't care. I love you. And this is why. Love is the most fundamental and basic right to every single living creature on this planet and the planet itself. Love is the utmost, highest vibrational frequency that we all can embody, and through that embodiment, we can all ascend to a higher consciousness, a higher way of thinking, a healthier and happier way of living, and a more utopian lifestyle. And that might sound like a bunch of hogwash to you or some hippy-dippy bullshit, but it really isn't. It's based in science. And that's a huge thing, because as we've grown as a civilization, there have been monumental leaps in evolution, and ancient Egypt will demonstrate that through 90-degree turns and some of their paintings in catacombs and things like that. And that is when we have an evolutionary shift, an advancement in our higher consciousness. And that comes down to the most fundamental aspect of life, which is love. Love is all around us, and that's all we need, that's all we'll ever need. And this video is for people who, everybody, but this is for people who really feel like they have no hopes of going on, or because life is fucking hard and we're subjected to cruelties and we're subjected to suffering and we're subjected to witnessing the most obscene things that man can do to each other, to our fellow earthlings, to the planet, and to themselves. And it's heartbreaking. And as an empath or someone who's really in tune to energetic frequencies around them, it can be really damaging. And for me recently, I had to call the suicide hotline because it was really a struggle for me. And I thought, what's the point? There's really no fucking point anymore of living. There's no point in trying to be a good person. There's no point in trying to show people the atrocities that we're doing to ourselves and to our fellow man and to our fellow animals and to our fucking earth. There's no point, and I just wanted to give up. And I called the suicide hotline and I said, I'm done. I said, the only thing that can stop me today are my 2 dogs, and they're still here with me, so I'm not going to do it. Sorry. It was the only thing that was stopping me. And I realized their love is what was stopping me. And the person who was talking to me on the phone was so incredible. Like, I thought, oh my God, I'm talking to a spirit guide. I'm not talking to another human. They brought up feelings of encouragement and things that were deep within me that I didn't even know that even they would have access to. So for me, I felt like I was talking to a higher power, because there's a purpose within us all, and we might not see it, but it's there. And what I feel like mine is to help the world shift to a higher frequency, and that is of love and light. There's too much hate. There's too much bitterness. There's too much of me being God and me being victim and you being judged. There's too much of that. Scientific evidence shows that we are all connected on an energetic level. And the following video will showcase what I've just learned in a very, hopefully a succinct manner. I'm rambling now, but I just want to say that this is for all those people out there that think that there is no hope for a brighter future, that the animal degradation and the horrific atrocities done to our fellow man and our planet isn't going to change. It's not going to change by us marching down the street angry. It's not going to change with us yelling at each other on social media. It's not going to change by us being hateful to one another. It's going to change from within first. And if you want to see change, you have to change yourself first. And what that means is you have to internalize feelings of positivity, of love, of light, of happiness and peace. And when you internalize that and you feel it here in your heart center, it travels out in waves and connects to everybody around you and the planet. And I really hope this video helps you see that we can change, and we are changing. We are on the cusp of entering the age of Aquarius, where people are going to be waking up, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. So forgive my emotions. I need to change those, because sadness isn't what's going to help the planet, right? Anyway, namaste. I love you guys. I hope you enjoy the video, or you at least learn something, or it ignites a spark within you to do some more research on your own. So check the comments for, or the description for the people who I've studied in order to gain this information. Thanks, guys. If you want to see a happier and healthier world, a more peaceful world full of love, you must first embody those emotions and feelings within you, internalize them. Science has discovered that humans have the same bioelectric magnetic field system as the Earth does. And many ancient civilizations were already aware of this, but now modern science has confirmed its existence and its connection to all that is. Therefore, it's imperative for us to properly and effectively activate our bioelectric magnetic field in our own bodies in order to shift the vibration and energy that's around us. Instead of thinking in terms of atoms, let's view everything as a sound wave. Although atoms and waves are both correct in terms of thinking that the computer that you're watching this video on or your cell phone is made up of atoms, but it is also made up of waves. So let's look at our bodies and the energy that's around us as waves. Like human in the ocean, a wave can really affect how that human swims and navigates through the water, because the wave is directly affecting with your body, with the human body. So let's look at our hearts and our minds as a wave. And we need to harmonize our hearts and our minds. The heart is actually 1,000 times greater than the brain in the electric field, and 5,000 times more magnetic than the brain. So we need to navigate through our lives and think with our hearts, okay? And we need to instill or charge our hearts with positive and loving emotions and feelings. And in doing so, we then positively charge the energy around us. And that means we can physically create change to everything that's around us, because we are all connected. And this is beyond empathy. This extends to the subatomic particles within us. For example, during the tragedy of 9/11, scientists discovered, with the help of a satellite in space where they were monitoring the magnetic energy of the Earth, there was a spike in that energy during 9/11, and especially right when the first plane hit the first tower. And that just means that every single person that bore witness to that was experiencing heightened state of emotion, but everybody was feeling that same emotion, and therefore it spiked that magnetic energy of the planet itself. And so what scientists discovered is that what our bodies and our heart emotions are feeling at the time can directly affect every single person around us and the planet. And so therefore you can see that we're not separate from each other. And when we're angry towards one another or we're hateful, that energy becomes enhanced. And we can feel that. You can feel that when someone's angry towards you. You immediately get on the defensive side. You immediately get angry as well. It's really, really hard to turn the other cheek. It's really hard to embody Christ consciousness. So what we really need to focus on is a frequency of love. That way we can positively charge our bodies, our hearts, and ourselves to live a happier, healthier, and peaceful life. And in doing so, we charge that energy around us and others as well. And this is what the ancients were talking about and spiritual masters talk about. And now finally, science is backing up this truth. Our energy fields can be charged and can be shared. So let us share a vibration of unconditional love so that we can see a happier world. We can be happier. We can be healthier. We can be more peaceful. And we can ignite love, unconditional love, and true healing of our planet And we'll see that we are all one, that we are all truly interconnected towards one another and towards animals and towards this planet. And we will stop seeking to destroy everything. I mean, we'll stop hating on each other. We'll stop inflicting pain on people and animals and our earth. But it can't start by us being angry at those who are doing wrong or what we perceive as wrong. It has to start from within. And we all know that quote, to be the change, you have to change yourself first. And it's really easy to think about it in terms of bioelectric magnetic energy, because we have that field around us and we have that field around the earth, which means we're all connected and we're all vibrating at that frequency. So imagine if we all started vibrating at a higher frequency of unconditional love. Imagine what we could change. Namaste, my friends.